Okay, guys, I'm QueenJess, and I'm here with KSI Panther 7, and we have decided to sit down and do a little chat to get to know some of our leaders a little bit better, and today's spotlight is going to be on KSI Panther 7. So I hope you all enjoy the information you're about to receive from one of the most long-lasting and influential members in KSI. So just to start off, Panther, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, honestly. Kind of enjoying the time off. I've taken a couple of weeks off and went and visited family, and then come back and ready to do the interview for you.
Oh, wonderful. So let's start with the obvious. Let's find out, who is KSI Panther 7. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here in KSI, what your family life is like, what you do in your spare time other than the addictive KSI world that we all belong to.
Well, as a whole, our security team, but also within the last couple of months, just picked up co-creatorship of KSI, being in over 9.5 years. Started in April of 2003, and which time I came in just like everybody else. I was private, worked my way up through a squad, which was MK, and into the division of MK. And then from that point, did various things such as a senior director, and then I moved into human resources. Also started an IDD team, which was part of the old security team that we used. And then after that, kind of went on a download for a little while, doing some oddball stuff for our creators. As far as my home life is concerned, I'm just an everyday, average kind of Joe. I work in construction field. I build trusses for homes. Other than that, I do own my own business and have been running that for about a year now. Anything else, I'm just like anybody else. I have two wonderful children. I have a wonderful girlfriend. You know, I lead an everyday, normal kind of life.
That's great to hear. A lot of members in KSI, we all know each other by gamer tags, but it's always good to know that there is a person, an actual human being behind some of these gamer tags. And so what we're going to do is we have a couple questions pertaining to your personal experience in KSI, as well as some things that you foresee for KSI's future. We're going to go ahead and start off. You had mentioned something about the IDD/security team that you've been a part of for quite some time. When involved with that and some of the higher ranks that you've achieved, there's always something that people always question, and that is the 7DS. What exactly is the 7DS, and when did that start, and how was that created?
7DS was created back in 2004. It consisted of seven actual starting members, and it's kind of spiraled from that point. There's probably about 15 members in all now. Some are honorary 7DS members. Some were brought in by Not7, one of our creators himself, and then others have just kind of, worked their way into the elite group of 7DS. Basically, what 7DS, the whole idea of it was when Not7 came up with the idea. It was 7 members that he knew he could trust in. That no matter what the situation was, that we were the ones that were going to take care of that situation. I know that in 2005 we had where we started issues with people that would try to poach from us, or clan battles and clan issues. We were the ones to take care of the problems so that the creators would not have to deal with those situations. As far as the IDD teams go, those were created during the early Halo 3 days. We initially started the teams for what we called identify, detain, and defuse. Identifying the problem, detaining the situation so that it did not spread through the whole community, and then diffusing that situation any means necessary, whether it would be to shut it down at its source or to take it as a personal responsibility to deal with the issue itself.
I think that explains a lot. I know a lot of members are going to be really happy to finally have a legitimate answer to that question. So moving along, over the time in KSI here, we've had, there's been several different names. And over the years, I know the name has changed. So it started off as Killing Services Incorporated, and KSI today is known as Knowledge, Strength, and Integrity. When did that name change, and why did that happen?
Okay, the name originally started as Killing Services Incorporated. The reason for the name was when Bill, Cyrus, and a few other of the founding fathers of KSI started the community. They approached Dead Meat, which at the time Dead Meat owned the server Killing Service 7. They approached him with an idea to start a group of gamers, knowing that Microsoft was going to come out with a mass multimedia game, which was Halo 2, was one of the first big games. But we were also doing it back at the Unreal Tournament. But starting in Unreal Tournament, they gave him the idea for a clan, but they could not come up with a name. So because they were using his server, the name obviously became Killing Services Incorporated. It was about maybe a year to a year and a half later that the name had to be changed because it was, I guess, too violent for the time, and I guess Bill and Dead Meat or Nodus and Dead Meat had received word from Microsoft that we had to change the name, so that's where we decided to change it to Knowledge, Strength, and Integrity. Each member should have some form of knowledge, strength, and integrity. We tried to instill it in each and every member, and each and every leader, and most of our senior leaders.
I think that knowledge, strength, and integrity are three ideals that are perfect for the foundation and the basis of what KSI is about today. So while Killing Services Incorporated sounds cool, I really think that knowledge, strength, and integrity represents us and the way that the KSI has taken over the years. Moving along to some more questions, KSI, has been through hell and back. We've been through things time and time again. Did you ever expect KSI to reach the current status that it has now? Did you ever expect it to get this big and this well known?
Not really. A lot of people ask us, you're the biggest gaming community. And at one point, at one point we just thought, hey, we're just a bunch of gamers. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun. And then we noticed that people were like, hey, we see you around. We see a bunch of KSI members rolling around, especially during Halo 2. And they were like, what do we have to do to join? Well, you don't have to do anything, just join up with us. You come in, you're in for, a week or so. If you decide you want to put KSI in your name, please do. It shows, a representation. It shows where your loyalty lies to this group. 2 years go by, and here we are, we're gaining members, and we're like, wow, this is really blowing up. We never expected that. Here we are 10 years later, and we have 3,000 plus members. I know I've sat with our creators and had conversations about what exactly is going on here. KSI became like a thing, a must-do thing. So I don't see it ever stopping. If that helps in any shape, fashion, or form, I never in a million years would have imagined that KSI would have gotten this big, and it's a good thing. I like to see, I like to see the unity. I like to see that a lot of our members, they really love what they're doing here. KSI has become just like a household name. Any Xbox Live gamer, you ask, have you heard of KSI? Oh yeah, we've seen them in parties. I know that right now Microsoft notices us as a gaming community, not a clan. I know there's a big issue with what clans are and communities.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know that we are now classified as a cyber city. So yeah, KSI has come a long way, and I'm really proud of all the members keep up the good work, guys. I know that, you know, we don't get to say it enough, and we should, as your leaders and as your forefathers. But you know, I want everybody to keep up the good work. You too, Jess. We, you know, I'll mention a couple of names if that's okay with you.
Sure.
You know, QueenJess, we love you. You're
Aw.
doing a great job, and thank you for giving me a chance to, you know, come on and you know, express some of those feelings. Chaos, really good guy. I know that, you know, y'all do a lot together. You got Iceman and Rebellion and Tex and Fuzzy and, you know, all these other members. I could go, you know, I got a list of names of people that I respect and I love, and I want to see these members hopefully make it, you know, to where I'm at one day, and we move on and we look back and go, wow, you know, we had a part in building the character of who you are and the leadership that you have in you. So yeah, we never in a million years would we have ever imagined having the fan base that we have, not only on Facebook. You know, we got our fan base on Twitter. We got, you know, the global forums, and now our new Clan.net site. It's so big that it's just kind of mind-boggling for us.
I can understand how you feel that way, and thank you for the shout out. And on behalf of the members of KSI, thank you for paving the way and giving us this opportunity. Because obviously without you guys, none of us would be where we are today in this whole KSI thing.
KSI to us is it's not about us. Yeah, we started this thing, but if it wasn't for you and it wasn't for people like you, Chaos and Rebellion, people like the members, we wouldn't be. KSI just wouldn't be. So we love you guys, and we thank you so much for all the dedication.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm going to kind of switch channels a little bit. You had mentioned in your introduction to yourself that you had held several ranks in KSI throughout the years.
Oh, God.
You know, all the way from recruit, all the way up to co-creator. That's a lot of things. So just out of curiosity, you know, I know my personal opinion on this question, but I want to know what you think. What do you think the most influential rank in KSI is that one member could hold, and why?
Wow. Influential rank is kind of hard to really pick one, because each and every position, each and every rank has its role. I mean, you know, even a recruit has its role. You know, and this is not to knock the senior directors or the you know, the division leaders or directors. It's each and every rank has its special part to play in this family. I personally, I look at the division leaders. Division leaders have a really hard job, but in the same sense, every member from senior director down to recruit looks up to the division leaders, because one, you've earned your place there. That's it's something that it's an achievement for a lot of people. You reach division leader and you're like, yes, I've reached the pinnacle of what, you know, what the actual clan ops side of everything is. You know, because, you know, once you reach a director, you're kind of laid back. You let your division leaders run the divisions, and you kind of oversee everything. But then again, like I said, recruits up to sergeants, up to lieutenants and corporals and your generals. You know, everybody plays a part. One of the biggest roles is a senior director. Senior directors have so much headache. Not only, you know, some of our senior directors, like Rebellion, she holds 2 jobs here, so it can become stressful at points in time. So, you know, the most influential, there's really not a most influential, because you can even learn from your recruits. You can learn from your privates. You can learn from your sergeants. There's things that, you know, I'm learning on a daily basis. I learn new stuff from, you know, our media team, our graphics team. There's really not one specific influential place. But if I had to choose one, I would say a division leader. They are the backbone of our divisions.
I appreciate that. That's kind of, I think that question couldn't have been answered any better. It's definitely giving props where it's needed, all over the board, all over the whole rank structure spectrum, so to speak. Kind of along with that, Given your experience in KSI and the things you've experienced, the things you've done, the things you've witnessed, what one piece of advice do you think all KSI members should have from the almighty KSI Panther? What one piece of advice?
One piece of advice. Wow, y'all are giving me the hard ones. If I could give any advice, and this goes out to everybody, every rank, every position, stay strong. Learn your rank structure. Knowing your rank structure, knowing your code of conduct, knowing your job as far as what your position holds. Those are things that really stand out. To learn your rank structure and to know each and everybody's part and what they do and the action that they have helps you to do your job. So say your division leader, you know what their job entails, and if you're a general, then you're one step ahead of the game because you know all the ranks, you know everything, up to at least your position and maybe 2 positions higher. As for someone in my category, being a co-creator, I have to know a lot of things, and there are some things that I have lost over the years, but I keep the most important part is your rank structure, your code of conduct. Remember those 2 things, and remember to always get along, play nice with each other, and try to help each other out when you're needed, because we are basically a family, and we do help each other out. That's probably one of the biggest things to remember.
I totally agree. I think we can go ahead and start wrapping some of this up. I know that there were some questions on the forums that people wanted to ask of you, Panther. One of them was, is KSI Panther 7 really a panther?
Depends on how you look at it. My attitude sometimes can be as such. I do stalk my prey. I've done it that way for a while.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here. KSI Panther 7 does stalk his prey.
No, I guess so.
Okay, the questions are coming in as we speak. Let me see if I can get one here. Let me check it out. Okay, this ought to be good. And remember, there are many people watching this, Panther, so you must contain yourself. Okay, so KSI Badfer wants to know, what is your fondest memory of all of your years in KSI? What is your fondest memory of your time, sir?
KSI. I have a few. But one that sticks out in particular. I hope this isn't going to be too revealing for me. There was a night where we got into a party with me, Nodis. This was actually the first time we got Nodis to actually come into a game and play with us. And he was so bad that every time we turned around, he was dropping right and left. He couldn't get a shot off on anybody. And then it got us all to laughing because he was so ashamed that he couldn't really play in Halo 3, and it's just one of those. It's one of those moments you kind of had to be there, but it sticks in your mind because you get somebody like him and somebody of his stature, especially dead meat, and get them in a party and just start poning them because they never get to play. They're always dealing with their jobs and the issues that they have to deal with.
Right.
Another moment would have to be the cookie moment with Lava. She decided that it would be nice to send everybody cookies, pictures of cookies on the instant messenger. So yeah, there's a couple of good moments. I have one with you, which we won't speak of, but yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, I definitely have some moments with Panther that I adore. Let's see what the next question is. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. KSI Psychotic 7 would like to know, Panther, have the experiences that you've learned and gained in KSI helped you in the real world?
Oh God, yes. Um, some of the leadership skills that you learn here in KSI can filter over into your real life. At one point in time, I did some counseling for KSI. This is back when I was doing human resources and human relations and stuff. I did marital counseling. I also did social counseling. I also counseled some of the youth of KSI. Well, those skills that I did here actually filtered over into my life. When I started my business, I was able to sit down with, I've got, a few guys that actually, work for me, and, I have that filtered over into my life where I take the time to actually listen to what people have to say to me. And if there's an area where I can help them in, I definitely use that. So yeah, the leadership skills that you learn here and what you would call your human relations skills or your people skills can be carried over from KSI into your personal and real life.
I totally agree. As a leader myself, I can definitely concur with that statement. Now, here's something. Okay, let's see. We've got one more question, two more questions. Let's see. The next one is, okay, KSI Carrot 7 wants to know, who are your mentors, Panther, and why do you view them as mentors?
Mentors in KSI, and why do I view them as mentors? One of them would have to be KSI Panther. I know he's, below me, but I've actually learned a lot from him. I've learned some good valuable things from him, and seeing him as he learns, it kind of re-teaches me things that sometimes I tend to forget, like the members. I have a fondness for, obviously, you. I get to talk to you on a daily basis, and not that you're really a mentor, but more or less somebody that I kind of look at it and I say, I can teach you just as well as you can teach me. Another person that I really looked up to was Black Ghost back in the day, but he taught me some leadership skills that I will always keep with me. He is an old mentor. Even before our split and United went his own way, I still do respect him, and I respect him as a human being. And then obviously Bill are obviously Nardis and Getty. I respect them very much, and they are my first and foremost. They are my creators, and they are my main mentors because they've given me a home here in KSI.
Excellent. One last question. I'm just gathering the last bits of information here. Okay. This question is coming from an anonymous source, but apparently several members of the community would like to know this. This is a totally off-the-wall question, and feel free to answer this if you feel comfortable answering this question. But the community would like to know what brand of underwear that you enjoy wearing and why. I feel like he may have let his controller die.
I had to mute my mic.
We thought we lost you, Panther. Panther, come back.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gents, apparently he needs a few minutes to actually go to the drawer and look and see what his drawers actually are.
Okay, so, yeah. Actually, I want to be like Mike. I use Hanes. The boxer briefs. I want that squirting feeling with the confidence of knowing that my packages will not fall. And there you have it.
So it's kind of like FedEx for your man parts.
There you go.
Trust us with your packages.
They will get there on time, believe me.
Thank you so much, Panther.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
No problem. Guys, again, this is KSI QueenJess 7 here with KSI Panther, co-creator extraordinaire of KSI Global Gaming Network. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. Look forward to doing some more with some of the other leaders. And if you guys do have any questions you'd like to ask of the leadership, you can message them to myself, KSI QueenJess 7, or KSI Rebellion 7. Until next time, guys, thanks and take care.
Thank you.